Chapter 1 Labor Day Weekend. "I'm not saying I'll never marry you," I said. "I just want more time to think about it." The outdoor thermometer topped 90 degrees as a last-ditch effort to save summer heat wave invaded the Northeast. David and I bought one of those kiddie pools, the largest we could get, filled it with water from the garden hose, and slouched in it on opposite sides facing each other, motionless, listening to classic rock. Doing anything else produced a sweat. No doubt the marriage conversation had been prompted by the previous day's barbecue. David and I resumed the Labor Day tradition Sam and I started when we got married. Like Sam had once done, David manned the grill and flipped the burgers and steaks with such finesse he could pass for a celebrity chef. Our guests were a mix of my friends from Northampton University and some of David's friends and clientele from the art world. We covered a catering table with burgers, hot dogs, steaks, salads, chips, cold cuts, platters of veggies, cookies, and when the time came, gallons of ice cream. Shaded underneath the table sat 2 enormous coolers of water, beer, sangria, margarita mix, soda, and yoo-hoo. My brothers, Joey and Tony, came, set up their amps and equipment on the deck, and played Beatles songs until the cops showed up to warn them about the noise. Although the cops put in their own requests and lingered for a while. The bash had run late into the night. Our friends and family clustered around the deck with citronella candles and bug-off spray, talking loudly and finishing off the cooler's contents. Their kids were asleep inside. At one point in the midst of a bout of laughter, I looked at David, who had become so comfortable with my friends, so much a part of their lives and this house. And I was filled with contentment, the kind I'd thought would never return following Sam's death. David had caught my gaze and looked at me curiously. "What?" he'd asked, as if we were alone. "This," I said. "This is nice." At that moment, the others disappeared as he took my hand. "I want more of this." I didn't know if it was deliberate, but his thumb traced a path along my ring finger. When David and I had gotten back together for good last year, after spending almost the entire night making love and promising never to be apart from each other again, we'd negotiated several things in our relationship. For one, we decided to live in his Cambridge, Massachusetts apartment for the first couple of months before moving into Sam's and my Northampton house permanently. 2, I'd stay on at NU as visiting faculty, and he'd cut down his hours as an art buyer. Since Sam's death, I had come to see time as a precious commodity to be spent on things other than work. The Italian's pleasure ethic had rubbed off on me, especially since we were in the fortunate position of being financially solvent. The third, of course, had been the marriage thing. We'd agreed on a marriage moratorium, 1 year without bringing up the subject, with an option to renew every 6 months. "The year isn't quite over yet," I said in the present moment, flicking water at him with my fingers in a teasing way. "But I figured now's a good time to start talking about it," said David. "So give me your reasons for not wanting to get married." I sat up. "Well," I drew a blank. "You've caught me off guard. I haven't had the time to put together my argument." "I figured